Hi, you're listening to Book Chat with author Vivian E. Moore.
Click, listen, enjoy.
Keep listening to our weekly episodes to find out more.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Book Chat. I'm your host, Author Vivian E. Moore. I hope everyone is having a terrific weekend. The weather here is just gorgeous, and I hope you had the opportunity to get outside today and soak up some of this sunshine. Just a little bit ago, I was out, came in, and on one side of town, we actually got some rain, but on my side of town, of course, it's still dry as a bone out there. But it is a lovely day. Any Saturday when you don't have to work is a lovely day. But I do hope that everyone is having a great day. I hope you had a great week too. And so I don't want to keep you from getting outside and enjoying this wonderful day. We will be getting into the fall season soon, and we know that during that time the days are shorter. So it's a good thing that this show is only 15 minutes long. So that gives you the opportunity to listen into the show. Just sacrifice 15 minutes of your day, and then you can be right back to doing whatever it was you were doing before. So without further ado, here we go. So the title of today's show is Mirror, Mirror, and the topic is reflecting positivity. One of my favorite lines from Snow White is the classic mirror scene when the evil queen stares at her reflection and she says, "Who's the fairest of them all?" We all know how the story ends. Now, let's recreate this scene. When you stand before your mirror each morning, what do you see? Is it perfection, a winning smile, or defeat staring back at you? The thing is, unlike the evil queen, you don't need someone else's affirmation to prove who you are. Don't become typecast when you are an original. If you project negative images and thoughts about yourself, it's what you will receive in return. Let's face it. Who knows you better than anyone else besides you? Only your opinion should matter. Now, I've always been a firm believer in you get back what you give. And if you emit negativity, it is returned to you tenfold. If you reflect positive thoughts, they are also returned in a greater fashion. Often the world is unkind, and we can become bogged down with worldly views, thrown into a mix of collective thoughts that doesn't necessarily define who we are as individuals. What it shows us isn't a portrait of positivity, but cruelty and despair. And I just want to share something with you. Last night I watched this movie because I'm just a Netflix fanatic because they have so many great movies on there, and so and I won't give out the name of the movie. Just in case you want to watch it, I won't give out the name so that way I won't mess anything up for you. I won't have to do any spoiler alerts. But the main vibe of this movie is that it's centered around this young woman who is perceived to be unattractive. She is slightly overweight, but she's super intelligent. And she's witty and she's smart. And so, but she doesn't necessarily see all of these qualities within herself. And then of course there's her mother, who is thin, and then her father, who is also thin. But her mother is the type of person who is always projecting positive thoughts, and she projects them at her daughter. And so, that's a way to build her self-esteem. And, I got that. I was like, wow, that's great. She's telling her daughter. And what really made me so aware of this movie is when she used the words from one of Aretha Franklin's songs, respect, RESPCT, but the meaning that she gave out was different, but every last letter stood for something positive. And I was like, yeah, that's what this movie is about. It's projecting something positive. But anyway, one of the other girls who is a cheerleader, and of course she's tiny and she's beautiful, and she's also very mean, and she's also very dumb. But anyway, the young girl, the smarter girl, the heavyset girl, she is offering tutoring services to whoever needs them. So she's posted her picture along with her phone number on the board at school, and of course the mean girl sees it, tears it down, and she takes the part that has the phone number on. She doesn't throw it away, but she keeps it. So anyway, later they showed the cheerleader and her friends, at this restaurant where I guess they hang out after school. And of course, it has these guys sitting at the counter. They're also high school students. And one of the guys comes over to this girl, and because he knows that she's a cheerleader, and of course he's attracted to her. And so anyway, he asks her for her number, and guess what? She gives him the number of the girl who had posted this on the board at school. She gives out that number as her number, as a big joke, So anyway, he calls her, and of course when she sees the number, she doesn't know who it is, so she's asking who this is, and then he says, "You know who this is," and he calls out the girl's name, and she's like, "What?" But then she texts him back, and so before you know it, they have a relationship going over the phone. And but the thing of it is that eventually you want to see the person that you've been corresponding with, and this is how it all goes down. But it just goes to show you, the movie had such a great moral. And what he told her was, he said, "I know that you're not what the world sees as a beautiful image." And she was like, I know, you don't have to say that." He said, "No." He said, "But you are the perfect image for me." Had she just approached him as herself, she wouldn't have to have gone through all of these things just to get to know this guy. And I really, really, really love that movie, and I recommend it to a lot of young children, young girls, young boys who are having self-esteem issues, who are having image issues. When they look in the mirror, I wonder what they see reflected back at them. So they really, really should watch this movie, because it has so many teachable moments in this movie, but the positivity level in this movie is what captured my attention. And so and I didn't think about it at the time, but it just corresponds with what I'm talking about today. But anyway, how do any of us want to be perceived? Does the light we shine is it fueled by positive power or negative energy? And how we view ourselves is critical to reflecting positive vibes. I'm all about positive energy, surrounding myself with people who speak life and not death. And I know this sounds critical, but it's true. Nothing brings your spirit down faster than when you open yourself to negative individuals. When you have those, when you're around people who, their bodies it just gives off all of this negative energy, and you can't gain anything from it, and you definitely don't want to absorb it, because it's like poison. It's like vines choking out the good leaves of things that would be good for you, but your body can't get it because it's being choked out by all of this negative energy and things that are going on. So, it's very important who we surround ourselves with, who we choose as our friends, who we choose as our partners. All of these things are just crucial to, to having a quality life. And, what you think should also generate positivity. If it doesn't add value to your life or someone else's, then change your thought patterns. Okay, I know no one can stay at 100% all the time in terms of positivity. Life is stressful, and it can be unsettling to me and to you. But as a daily exercise, make a list of 10 positive things and try to fulfill each one of them. It's hard. It's not really hard. And, and once you train your brain to operate in this method, I guarantee you will see a change in your outlook and those around you. I make a practice of saying good morning to everyone I meet, even if they don't say it back. The goal is to brighten someone's day, because you just never know what a person is going through, and it might save a life. So the lesson today, of course, is positivity, and it should be reflected in our thoughts, in our actions, and our activities. Trust me, if you follow this prescription as directed, you will live a better life. All right, folks, that's my 15 minutes. But before I let you go, I always have to shoot out these URLs to help you keep in contact with me. I see you looking at my Facebook. I see you looking at my Twitter. And I thank you very much for going out there. But just don't look, like me, follow me. I do appreciate it. But anyway, to just give you a few tips on how to stay in contact and reach out to me. Of course, the show, Spreaker. The first one is https://www.spreaker.com/user/author Vivian E. Moore. You can also follow me, like me on Facebook, and that is https://www.facebook.com/Vivian Moore Author. You can also follow me on Twitter, and my Twitter handle is God's Property 46. You can also check me out on Instagram, which is https://instagram.com/God's Property 51. And also my website, if you want to go out there and take a peek around, it is https://vivianmoore.wixsite.com/author Vivian Moore. And also please like my blog and follow it. Read the weekly posts that are out there, because I do post the script from each and every show each week out there, and that one is https://vivianemore.blogspot.com. And if you missed the live show today, you can catch the podcast on iTunes, and you can also catch it on iHeartRadio. And if you need those web address, you can also go out there to Instagram, or you can go to Twitter, because it everything that I post on Instagram, it automatically is shared with Facebook and Tumblr and also Twitter. So you can go on those sites and also retrieve any of these URLs that I've just called out for you. But I'm just trying to help you out by giving them to you. All right, so tomorrow is worship day, and I hope that you are planning on going to church tomorrow. Take a loved one, take a neighbor, take a friend, take some children to church with you. And remember to tell somebody that you love them, because tomorrow is not promised. Today may be the only opportunity you get to say that. I love you. I hope you love me back. Until the next time you hear my voice, God bless you and goodbye.
Thank you for listening.
If you enjoyed today's show, please head over to iTunes, give us a rating, and leave a review.